What's on, all faithfuls?
What up? What up?
What up, my brothers?
Good.
Welcome to the Always Faithful 24/7 podcast, people.
Yeah, my life,
Yeah.
my life. Okay, my life's good.
Uh,
Got my man Lauren, or not Lauren, sorry. My bad, Mark and
My
Jizzle with me. Sorry. Right, brothers.
life is all right.
So,
what's up, faithful?
We in here. What's up, faithful?
How about them Niners?
Hey,
how
ain't nothing finer
about
than the
those
Niners.
Niners?
Ain't nothing finer than a 49er, man.
You ain't never lie, bro. You ain't never lie. Ain't nothing finer than a Niner. Word up. Word up.
So happy you guys to be here with us.
Yeah,
You know, we're coming live. You know, just wanted to see where everybody's mind is before we start everything else up. Talk about the game, and then we'll go for the pressers. You know, do all that hogwash and get it out of the way and talk our freedom. You know.
Yeah, no
So
doubt. Man.
you guys go right ahead, and I'll say everything else up real quick.
What's up, Jizzle?
Hey, what's up, Mark, man? Man. I had a hater on my line, especially now. I'm putting content out there, and so he was like, what you gonna do? What y'all gonna do when Trey Lance is a bust when he's looking faulty out there? And for the first quarter, or I'll say the first quarter and a half, he wasn't looking great. But hey, he didn't have the time to acclimate himself to the system, acclimate himself to everything. But boy, did he correct himself. Yes. And the Russian touchdown didn't count, but like the future and the glimpse of the future looks very bright.
Very bright.
Yes.
Very bright. Very bright. I mean,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that touchdown was called back due to holding, and I think they were saying it was on Ayuk. Unfortunately, we had to settle for a field goal because the score would have been 27-7. However, it was unfortunate. But yo, bro, what a game, man. I mean, what a game. I mean, I enjoyed every moment of it because you know me, I'm the type of person I expect the unexpected. And just like I was telling you brothers on Monday on our show that, I'm going into the game expecting the unexpected. And that's what I did. And to me, I would have to give the game ball to two people. One, Trey Lance, and
Not to
two,
make you dance.
Elijah Mitchell, man. Yo, man. Yo, I'm just gonna start with Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell had 21 carries for 119 yards. This
Hey,
guy,
me and Ryan had a show this morning, and I told him that boy was gonna carry the load, bro. And Ryan could vouch for that, bro. Real ones move in silence, but we talk in force. You know what I mean?
no doubt. And you know what? I didn't know until like a couple of minutes that y'all had did a show. I didn't know. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out probably later on tonight after this show. But yo, man, Elijah Mitchell, man, I'm so happy he's back. When they say he was questionable, I'd rather take that than doubtful. You know what I'm saying? So when it was like questionable, I'm like, you know what? There's maybe 70 out of 100% that he gonna play. So when
there's a chance.
word, man. So when I was like, yo, when they were saying when they said this morning when I seen it that he was expected to play, I was so happy. So let's back to his performance, man. In regards to Elijah Mitchell, and again, 21 carries for 119 yards. Yo, he averaged 5.7 yards a carry. 5.7. That's good.
Real ones know. Real ones know.
That's real good. And yo, his longest yards gain for the game was 37 yards. 37 yards. Yo.
Big.
Real quick, guys, before you go ahead, If you guys want to join the show, I put it in the comments. Just hit the StreamYard link. Once you hit that, go through the prompt and hit the enter studio, and I'll see you guys pop up, and I'll put you guys in the show with us to get all your comments, and you leave all your happiness and all that stuff out. Okay,
Right, right.
it's real easy to do. It's real easy.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. So with that said, Jizzle and Ryan, yo, man, I'm gonna be honest. During the draft, I was like, yo, why are we getting running backs? Then in my mind, always faithful, I'm like, yo, the organization, they know something that we don't know. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we have Raheem, we have Jeff, and we have Hasty. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, why are we getting two more running backs? You know what I mean?
I want to piggyback off what you're saying, Mark, because I understand it because I feel like Shanahan's changed his philosophy from being like probably a power pass guy coach to being a power run guy. He's an exotic smash mouth at this point.
Yeah.
And with his outside zone scheme, he's looking for quick hitters, that one cut guys that hit the gap and get you explosive 50, 60 tuds. You know what I mean? And so he's changed his philosophy. I understand it. Sermon to me is a miss so far as schematically fitting the scheme. He's not a speed guy. He's not a one cut guy. He's not the guy that hits the gap. Elijah Mitchell, though, they hit that one out the park like Barry Bonds, bro. Like, so we looking at a conglomerate right now. Like, it's going back to like Jay-Z and the Rockefeller days, man. We was on some like, you know,
Yeah.
we was on that type Freemason type shit.
Yeah. Yo, man, Elijah balled out, man. He balled out.
No doubt.
It was a lot of plays that he did. I was like, yo, and when he started off, especially the first half, I wasn't worrying about him because I was saying to myself, I like, yo, he's been out for a while, and I'm like, yo, he just getting the rust off. He just getting the rust off. You know what I'm saying? And and you can tell that he was getting that rust off. He just kept pounding the holes, even though certain running plays, the running lanes wasn't opening like it normally, used to be. But he was doing this thing. He was doing this thing today, man. Especially in the second.
Let's move the script to Trey Lance if we can, like, because
no doubt.
That's the main attraction I think we need to talk about. And this was like an understated.
Real quick. Hey, me cut you off, man. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
I won't mind doing victory shot if you guys want to. Victory shot.
Oh,
you got one there, Mark?
Sir.
There you go. You got one, Mark? You ready for a victory shot, guys?
Sure.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
It's all you, Jizzle. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Going back to Trey Lance, there was a lot of doubters, and you guys are on Twitter, and we all got put on one side or the other. It's a beautiful thing to come together, and I'm glad I found you guys, and I could be and project my thoughts with you guys. We all are like-minded in the same way that we support Lance. It's a divisive thing on Twitter, though, because there's a lot of Jimmy G stands, to be honest with you. And I'm not an anti-Jimmy G guy, but I'm a guy that wants a guy to be more versatile, diverse. It never hurts to have a guy that could do the extra stuff. You know what I mean? And Trey Lance, it took him a while to get his feet wet, but man, when he did, man, we saw why we took him, why we took those first couple round picks and said, hey, let's throw them first couple round picks. We got something here, coach.
Yeah. And I agree with you. There are a lot of Jimmy G stands, and there's a lot of Jimmy G supporters like myself. I'm not a Jimmy G stan. I'm a Jimmy G fan and supporter, but not a stan in that, and I would say in that category. However, back to Trey, Lance. Yo, watching him play, he did not look nervous.
Mm-mm.
Just this is just me, my humble opinion. He did not look nervous at all. All it was when I was watching the game, I was like, yo, all he need is just get into rhythm. That's it. And when I seen the presser after the game, and when he mentioned it, I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. And he said it. It was all about rhythm. Yes, he thrown under thrown, pass. Kittle was, slightly open on the right side. Debo was open also. You know what I'm saying? It was a bad pass. And the Texans, they scored a touchdown because of that turnover. We as the faithful, we can eat that. It's going to happen. Do we want it to happen? No, of course not. But it happened. And the point of making a mistake is
Getting
rebound.
better.
Right. Rebounding after that mistake. Meaning when I say rebound, I'm talking about shake it off. Shake it off and keep going forward. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a full quarter game. So my thing is about that underthrown pass. I mean, it was unfortunate. And matter of fact, Trey Lance has said it. He said, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't want to quote the brother. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to paraphrase. He was saying that, it's not something that, you beat yourself up on. He said, you just got to keep going forward. Something like that. But I'm using
Mm-hmm.
my words,
No.
But he did good. He did good. Listen, Trey Lance, 16 16 catches for 23 attempts. 16 out of 23. That's not bad.
And I don't want to change the narrative of where y'all want to go with this, but I honestly believe now it becomes subjective. Do we want to go with Jimmy G? Not 100%. When we already see this on tape, this guy got us a couple touchdowns. He threw for 280 or something, passing.
249.
Okay, that's a little bit more than Jimmy G does every game, right? If we go on his averages, right? If we're just playing averages, numbers don't lie, people lie, numbers don't lie. We just go off that. We got that, and plus the two tugs, plus the shot to Debo to finish it off. Regardless, you don't count the rushing touchdown that should have counted, in my opinion. You got that on tape. That big play that Jimmy G doesn't make.
Right.
Got the big Debo play.
Exactly, yo. And yo, when he was falling back, Trey Lance, I'm talking about when he was falling back, I said, yo, he's about to throw a deep one. And let's just move to Ayuk a little bit. Yo, Ayuk was making some amazing catches. Amazing catches.
Amazing.
And he's definitely one of the Yak. He definitely one of the Yak brothers. Yo, this brother was getting yardage right after the catch. And that's what I'm talking about, yo. That's what I'm talking about. Ayuk was doing this thing. And I remember, I think I asked the brothers on the panel, who do you think is going to have a breakout game? And I know you said Jennings, and I told you I had two. I want to pick Jennings, but I had picked Ayuk. You know what I'm saying? Jennings
They
had
both had good games. They both had
exactly,
good games.
exactly. But Ayuk, man,
Ayuk, you hit it out the park with the Ayuk though. Like that was the guy.
yo,
And
I'm in control, my brother.
no, you're good.
4 receptions. This is Ayuk. 4 receptions for 94 yards.
That'll
94.
work. That works.
Yo,
That works, coach.
his longest yardage, and this is his his longest yardage is 43 yards, yo.
Hey,
43.
I fucks
That's
with it, dude. I
that's
mess with that. I mess with that all day, the long way too. I'm loving
that,
the last jersey too, off top. Bone
that
white. Let's go.
that's damn near half of 94 yards. 43. 43 was his longest.
Huh.
Damn near half of 94. Yo, yo, amazing, man, amazing.
And going back to that,
Yeah.
it's like this guy was in the doghouse for months, right?
Do
It
you
seemed
believe
like
that?
months.
Do
No,
you
he was in the doghouse for a minute. Like
do
we
you really
gotta.
believe he's in the doghouse? Like, do you really
No, he
believe?
was not now. He was, and that makes me go back and be like, okay, Jimmy G can like make a couple boneheaded plays,
Yeah.
but we never even talked about him being in the doghouse. So even if you don't believe it, Mark,
Mhm.
just think about it.
Yeah.
Perception is everything, right? The perception he was in the doghouse.
Mhm.
So, but Jimmy G could go out there and make mistake after mistake. Going back to what I said, he's effectively an 8-year rookie. It almost makes you question everything that you see because so he could keep going making those same mistakes, but Shanahan every time in the media was like, Ayuk needs to do better. He needs to beat out Sherfield to make sure he gets that spot and everything. But why doesn't Jimmy G have to be better than the guy that's breathing down his neck that we invested all those assets in? I'll ask you that, right?
Okay, say that last part. You said you asked me that question. I'm sorry.
No, like I'll ask you the question, like, so uh Jimmy G could keep doing what he's doing, throwing interceptions in the red zone, making 8-year rookie plays,
Yeah.
you know. But Sherfield had to prove after he had a monster rookie season, he had to prove it all over again that because Shanahan didn't dodge the question that he was in the doghouse, and they were like, effectively, he's kind of in the doghouse. So what you got to do? And so he's like, man, he got to prove he's better than Sherfield. Sherfield ain't even on the field no more, but he made him have to overcome Sherfield, and he put him through those rigors. It makes you wonder why was one person effectively in the doghouse, which he was, because Sherfield was playing. We played 12 personnel 80% of the time.
Yeah.
And Sherfield was playing over him. 12
Right.
personnel means only 2 receivers.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking you is, and even Shanahan answered questions upon that thing. He was like, well, he got to prove he's better than Sherfield. It's like, why didn't Jimmy get put through the same rigors and we invested in the guy that's competing for his job? Like we invested everything in that.
Right. You know what I think, man? This is what I think. I don't think Ayuk was in the doghouse. I mean, if that's what some fans want to call it, I don't call it that. I just think that whatever Ayuk was doing or not doing or was inconsistent of not doing was shown on tape, was shown on the field, then on tape for them to see. You follow
And
me?
Jimmy G's not.
And I agree. Listen, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't answer that question. I mean, I can throw opinions out that I have no proof to back it up with, but I don't know, bro. I mean, I've been seeing it and I've been hearing it. You know, the thing with me about Jimmy, I was just more concerned about why he wasn't being responsible or accountable for his mistakes. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And and I do understand. I do have noticed certain plays when Ayuk was having when he wasn't really proactive like he is now. There was some plays Ayuk was open. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm
Oh,
talking.
I've been at the game. I got a good seat at section 140 where you can like see everything. When I watch the games on
Yeah,
TV, I
yeah,
can't see who's open. But when
yeah,
you're at the game, you can see people running open. This goes back to last year. I was at the my first national NFC championship in my life was 2019 with the Packers, and I was there, and like we won, but this boy had Kendrick Bourne running naked down the field 2 times, and you never saw him. People in my whole section was like, "Wow, I can't believe he didn't throw that."
Yeah.
Kendrick Bourne, and this happened to be Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
That's the example.
Yeah.
Uh, and we just saw him running like naked down the field, like he was a streaker on the field. And we was like, bro, like how does he miss this guy running? We see him, and it
Yeah.
just you see a different kind of dynamic sometimes when you're actually there and you can see people running down the field, and you know what I mean. Maybe you watch the all 22, you get to get a different perspective, but what I've always got from Jimmy G is like, man, he leaves too much meat on the bone, man. Like when I was a little kid and I was eating chicken wings,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't eat it the right way. I guess I left a lot of meat on the bone. My grandma was ready to slap me
Yeah.
silly,
Yeah.
but she told me, hey man, you don't leave meat on the bone like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say in
Yeah.
regards to Jimmy G. He left a lot of meat on the bone. It's not nothing that he's not at least a good quarterback. He is, but um us as always faithful, diehard Niner fans, I think we need to demand more.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you on that. But I can't I cannot give you the reason why Jimmy G is not getting the same treatment that you will call why he's not in the doghouse. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. However, he's in the situation he is with this injury right now. It's Trey time. So my thing is this: hey, it's Trey time. Hey, the prey of Trey has been let loose, and we seen that today, and he played very good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, shoot, what 16 out of 23 attempts? That's really good, man. 2 touchdowns. That's really good. And he rushed. He had 8 carries for 31 yards. Hmm.
And a touchdown took back.
Exactly. Unfortunately, we said that earlier. Unfortunately, but I mean, it happens, man. And yo, I was bugging. I was wilding out when I seen George Kittle get that handoff. I was like, what? They using Kittle as a running back, and he got 6 yards.
Yes, do
Yo,
that.
exactly. Yo, I'm telling you, I, I'm just guessing. I think when George was watching Debo do what Debo does, just the just the motivation and inspiration of that probably motivated Kittle like, yo, I want some of that.
Give me
Because
some of that.
the thing I love about Kittle, he's a type of player, and as long as he contribute to whatever's going on, he's down with it. Like he don't seem that like the type of people's tight end to be like, yo, I want to do this. I'm wide open. Like I want this on every play. He's the type of person like, yo, if you gotta pass the ball to me, or if I gotta block, or if I gotta run the ball like he did today, yo, when I see him run the ball, yo, I've never seen that. And if
You know what?
Mhm.
And that makes him such a team player because I know he's got to be looking at Kelsey, and Kelsey's getting money by hey,
Above
what's up, Trey, my boy? He's getting money by actually getting putting up those stats, and so I'm sure a part of if he was a selfish guy, part of Kittle would be like, man, I need to get in my bag and do that type shit, but he does. Before we started utilizing him in the right way, he was in inline blocker for most plays, and he wasn't even looking like we should have paid him that money. But then Kyle figured it out, and man, the rest is history right now because Kittle is an essential part of what we're doing. He's like coming up the seam. I mean, he's probably running more routes than he's blocking, or is 50-50. And man, when you got the Yak brothers coming down, man, it's
Yeah.
no others, bro. It's no others.
Yo, what did you think of that amazing one-handed catch by George Kittle?
Man,
Did you
I
see that?
already knew he had it in him. I'm sorry if I'm talking
Oh
too much.
my God, man, that was an amazing
Quiet,
catch.
yo,
That that reminds me of the other one. I think it was the first game against the Lions. That one catch he caught with one hand, and he
yo,
was it against the Lions?
I don't know what team it
That
was, but I
that
know what you're talking about.
uh-huh.
But yo, but tonight's game, yo, reason why this one would to me, I think by far this was his best catch because I thought Trey Lance overthrown him, even though the pass looked nice. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, the way he caught it and falling down, not just caught it and keep running, like he caught it and was falling down and got back up. I was like, yo, he caught it. I mean, to me, I like this catch better than that two-handed catch against the Bengals. Remember he caught that pass? You
Yeah,
see Jimmy G butt from that real high pass. I like tonight's catch better than that one. You know what I mean? Not because Trey Lance had thrown a pass, but just his athleticism with that one hand falling down. I was like, yo, I did a brief video and I sent it on Twitter earlier. I was just like, yo, this catch is going to be highlighted on the news tonight, tomorrow, and probably all week. And if they don't, I don't know what game they looking at. You feel what I'm
right.
saying? And how you not how do you not show a love when he's the people's tight end? So with that said, yo, kudos to Kittle. Always say that he's the muscle of the team. Yo, that was an amazing catch. Thank you, bro. Love you, Troy, man. Wish you was here, but I know you here with your thoughts, man. We miss you,
He's
bro.
good. He's here with us. That's
Yeah,
my boy Trey, man. And
yeah.
I wanted to piggyback off one thing and be like, man, you know, Ryan, you started the this quest for six or 6 for 6, wherever you guys want to call it. And I feel it's so essential. And I'm getting greedy. I want to get that because we've just met each other, but we all have the same common goal. We want to get that sixth one while we
Hey,
still
now I
thieving
gotta
and
say now.
breathing.
Now it's 5 for 6. Now it's
Okay.
5 for 6.
And I
Well,
mess with
it's
that
funny you say
because
it's
at the same in the meantime, in between time, we talk this stuff, but at the end of the day, we want the real cheddar, man. Cheddar's always better, and you know, I want to see this into fruition, man. We get that six. I know my boy Mark's wearing the five. What comes after that? It's got to be that six, man.
yeah, man. Got to, man. Got to. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, every season that's the goal, man. You know, but however, along with that, it's just one game at a time, man. And I'm with how the team thinks. You know, I really try not to think out the box. I try to think how they think based on every game, man. Just prepare for the game that's ahead of you and just deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel you along with that, man. Just one game at a time, man. You know, for example, I wasn't even worried about the Saints. I had all TVs all around me tonight, just looking at games. I wasn't even worried about the Saints. Like I said before, many times, we're responsible for our own destiny, and it
Park
started.
your own car. Park your own car.
Yeah, man, no doubt. So that goes to show you next Sunday. And I don't know if y'all heard, I've seen this on Twitter, I think yesterday or Friday. Shout out to Miss Debbie. I don't know if you watch it, Miss Debbie. I love you, Miss Debbie. That's on
Oh
Twitter.
yeah, I
Miss
follow her on Twitter. I
Debbie.
follow her on Twitter.
I I think she mentioned that I think the NFL is thinking about moving the 49er Ram game to Saturday. You know, please don't quote me on that, but I don't
What
know.
time? What time?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a done deal yet. That's the thing. I know she had mentioned it, but I don't know if it's confirmed. And if y'all brothers probably know or don't know or probably found
I,
out before
it
me,
probably hasn't been. It hasn't been confirmed because the schedule. I have the schedule, and it's pretty much an ink until they change something.
yeah,
But I'm not mad if they change it and try to put us in a primetime game because the last primetime game I remember is we flooding the Rams, and that was the one where Aaron Donald was like, I don't even know who Debo is.
yeah,
I bet he knows who Debo is now.
yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
put us in prime time. Still
Yeah,
try to act like you don't know who he is.
yeah,
Let that boy run all over the field, and we gonna be celebrating at the end of that because so now the live odds are for the Niners 94% chance to make the playoffs. I wouldn't read into that too much because I still feel like to control your own destiny, especially after that Tennessee game, you just handle your business and you still should smack the Rams because we own the Rams.
yeah.
We puppet master, man. We put them boys on the string. We make them do what we want them to do. You know what I mean? You don't gotta know who Debo's name is.
Right.
This
But
boy, this boy just had a baby, a
yeah,
brand new kid, bring a new life into the world. Got
yeah,
a testosterone spike. You don't
yeah,
gotta know who he is. You don't
yeah.
gotta know who he is, but watch. So you don't
Next,
believe me? Just watch.
next week's game, the Rams right now are open up at 5.5 favorites.
That don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. That's all I'm just saying.
Yeah, it
No,
don't.
yeah, I appreciate the odds on that because I was wondering who are the favorites, and we're on the road, but we got Elijah Mitchell back, and the two things that travel real well in a suitcase is a good defense and a dominant run game. You could
Exactly.
pack that and take that on the road with you.
Yo, and you know what's up? Oh man, you just said it. Yo, just seeing George Kittle run the ball for 6 yards, not 2, not 3, not 4, and not 5.
Don't forget
6.
about Devo.
I know, but we've been seeing that for a while. But I'm talking about George Kittle. You said the run game. So when you
Yeah.
say that has teams looking at the video like, yo, we gotta worry about Elijah, Jeff, Hasty, Debo, and Kittle.
And Trey Lance.
Thank you. This is my point. When you said the running game, I said, yo, Kyle Shanahan can approach a defense so many different ways with the running game. Of course, along as the offensive line, open up those lanes. But when you got those six athletes that can run the ball, because if you think about it, you probably noticed. I've noticed. We know that Kyle Shanahan, he loves a running back and wide receiver with speed. So back to the running back, you can tell that Kyle it seems like he likes to gain at least 5 to 6 yards on first down
Mm-hmm.
for that second down to either be a play action or a quarterback bootleg to set up a pass or set up a screen. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you really don't want to do 3 and 4 or 3 and 3. You feel what I'm saying? He normally like to get like 1 and 6, then 2 and 4 first down. So back to the running. Yo, man. Yo. Next Sunday, that's gonna be a big game, yo. Reason why, if you remember Jizzle, when we did a show Monday, when I was
Mm-hmm.
saying we gotta win the rest of these two games, and you were saying that you ain't worrying about the Lambs, and I agree with you. However, I was saying once we take care of the Texans, I was saying McVay, he's gonna be ready for us. You follow what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, yo, this game between us and the Lambs, yo, it's gonna be a big game, yo. It's gonna be a big game. It's gonna be a big game, man. It's gonna be a
It
big.
definitely
And
will
if,
be.
and if Kyle has all his pieces, he's gonna let it all out.
It don't even
Yeah.
matter. Kyle, the type of person, he's gonna go with whoever he has available. And I
Yeah.
agree with you, Ryan. You absolutely right, my brother. However, the way Kyle works,
Hmm.
he's gonna work. He's gonna put his plays around who he has that's available and healthy. Period. So, with that said, man, yo, I'm so happy with tonight's win, man. I give I give Trey Lance a B. I give him a B, yo. You feel unfortunately, the interception. However, I give him a B because I was watching him. Like I said earlier, he didn't look confused. He didn't look nervous. He looked calm. Yo, the brother was smiling on, you know what I mean? He was smiling on the field. Like, that's what I'm talking about when you're having fun. This is my only concern based on what I've seen tonight regarding Trey. When he's scrambling for the first down, the key word first down, I just think exactly, Troy. He looked confident, and I agree with you, bro. You're absolutely right. The only thing I'm concerned about Trey is when he's running the ball to get the first down. Because there was a couple, I think there was 2 or 3 first down he could have got when he was running. Sometimes he hesitate. Sometimes you ever notice that? Did you notice that tonight when he was running?
Um, I
Yo,
noticed. I noticed not so much as hesitate. I do notice that, but the biggest thing when he starts running, I
yeah,
notice he doesn't keep his head down the field to look for because when you start running, it's a scramble drill for the receivers as well. I would like him to like look down the field a little longer before he starts running past that line of scrimmage where he can't pass. Look for that big shot, like because this is the thing of having a guy like Trey Lance. So we already know he requires you to have a quarterback spy, which takes the defender out of coverage for the defense, right?
yeah.
But once he starts scrambling, right? So you're going to see a better passing lanes than Jimmy Garoppolo would because of what you can do in the running game.
Yeah,
And what I would like to see him do is just like be patient and run with a purpose because that's all we do is live with a purpose every day.
that's what I'm talking about. And I don't want to cut you
But
off.
keep your head down the field for people that are breaking off
Yeah,
their routes for you.
yes, I agree with you. But what I'm talking about, these are plays are designed for him to get the first down. There were 2 or 3 plays that he could have got the first down, and he was like a yard short. But what I'm saying, when he was running, I feel what you're saying, and I agree with that. But I'm talking about these are plays that were designed for him that he could have got. It's just that when he was running to make that first down, he came up short, maybe 2 or 3 times. Exactly. He needed a slide, and I agree with that. However, there was a couple of first downs he could have gotten. It's just that he looked hesitant.
But I would say it's hesitant off man when he got to play.
Mhm.
He got injured, and even Shanahan said he wanted him to play the following week for the Colts game, but he wasn't healthy, and so his hesitancy is probably off not getting hurt. This is his second opportunity, and I feel like he just feels like, man, I can't get hurt again,
Yeah.
and that's what he would. And we're talking on the show today, and we listened to Trey Lance's pressers. He had 2 injuries coming out that Arizona game, and I just feel like he was being dodgy with the questions on the severity, but we know he acquired some injuries during that duration of that game. Even that I was at the game and I was like, bro, it didn't seem like you was hurt anyway. But
Yeah.
neither here or there. Um, he acquired some injuries, and I think right now he's just trying to be real careful with himself because he has an opportunity here, and I don't know I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that just want Jimmy G to be the default starter going back after this game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stunts. Go ahead.
No problem. And I apologize for cutting you off.
No, you're good.
I agree. I agree with you totally. What you're saying. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about the plays that were designed for him. These plays were designed for him to get the first down. I'm telling you, if I can remember, it was 2 or 3 plays that was designed for him to get the first down. He came up either 1 yard short or 2 yards short. But when you watch him run to get that first down, once he ran, then you could tell he was a little hesitant. And I was like, is he waiting for a block or
But
what?
can I say something real quick though?
Yeah,
Okay, in that Arizona game, Kyle Shanahan ran him like he was Cam Newton plus a running back. So, and what happened? He got hurt in that game, right? So if your coach is not protecting you, it doesn't matter if it's a design run, it was schemed in. You as a player are going to be able to be like, man, it's like the great boxing technology phrase: protect yourself at all times.
Yeah.
Don't expect somebody else to protect you. That means protect yourself at all times. And I believe Trey was just like, man, I can't just, even if the play is designed for me to go there, I have to be diligent to protect myself. And that's one thing I admire about him, because at one time I was a staunch Jimmy G guy and defender. But when he went out against the Kansas City Chiefs in that game and did not protect himself and got his Achilles tore off, I was like, okay, so
ACL.
Yeah, my ACL, my bad. But when he got his ACL tore off, I was like, see, that's what you can't have is a big part of your team. You got to be the one that's saying, man, I'm gonna be diligent about protecting myself, because I'm not gonna expect anybody else to protect me like I would protect myself.
To piggyback off that, my humble opinion, I just think that with the I'm gonna say this, I just think the lack of being used to being the starting quarterback, and also understand the value of being a starting quarterback, like that position is so valued so much that the rules of the league has changed just to cater to you. Right. So for that to happen, I'm sure he know. However, I just think, and being that you brought it up, I'm just saying that I just think when he knew he made a mistake, it's just that, I just think he's not used to being the quarterback number 1. You feel what I'm saying? Because he was always Tom Brady. So
we could all agree on that. He's not used to it.
Yeah. So but yeah, man. So Ryan, what you think? What you think about Trey's performance today, man?
I freaking loved him, man. I did. I mean, when he rolled out a couple times, I knew he was about to do. I knew he ran that one for what, 6 yards, was it? I think it was 6 yards.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, man, when you bootleg that one throw, I knew it was coming. I knew that Debo one was coming. I had a feeling. Because when he went around, he faked that handoff. Went around, he's won enough room to wind it up and throw. I told you just I was gonna get up, and I did.
Yeah,
I
you did.
I got
Did you get up off your shit? Hey.
I got bed, and I was looking for it. I was like, he threw that bitch. And when it was Debo who called it, he actually waited for Debo to get open on the corner. Because they even said it on announcer said it on the film part that he threw it in the bubble part. So that way Debo had enough time to grab it. And Debo took the rest of the way. But I'll tell you right now, Trey, I hope he keeps going, man. I hope he keeps going. That's all I have to say. He might win it for us. But now they're saying about Jimmy G coming back next week. So
how can that? I don't.
I'm just saying what they're saying. That's all, man. That's all.
No, and I respect that. I understand that, and I know you are.
I got you.
And I can feel Jizzle.
So
Like,
That's what
smile.
I would say.
no, he's not. Yo, they said he needs surgery. Nah, man, I don't think he's coming back.
To be honest with you guys, Shanahan's saying this thing that contradicts what Jimmy G and his agent saying. It's been the same thing. Like, he's like, oh, Jimmy G's going to probably play. I expect him to play. But Jimmy G put out that, hey, man, I got torn ligament, and he's trying to get ahead of the news. And you know what? It goes back to uh, Martellus Bennett. He played for New England Patriots. The same time he was there, he said, Jimmy G, this is a while he said this years ago. He said, Jimmy G quits. He could have played for us a couple games, and he didn't want to play because he wanted to protect his image and his future contracts and his contract standings. And I'm not going to preface what he says. A lot of profanity in that, but it's all playing out that same way. Because Shanahan, he tries to have everything, disclosed and keeps everything behind closed doors or whatever. But Jimmy G's putting it out there. And this is actually, and I'm actually glad Jimmy G's doing this. Even as a Niner fan, I'm glad because here we go with the team that says we don't like to leak stuff, right? Because when John Lynch took the job, he said he'd only take the job if they didn't leak that he had the interview, and so he took the job after that, right?
Right.
But here you go on Twitter with your own Twitter handle when somebody said, "Hey, leave Jimmy G in Nashville after Tennessee lost." Bro, you just leaked the story right there, bro, and then you say, "Oh, I accidentally hit a like on that," bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Like, seriously, you accidentally like that, bro? So, Mr. I don't like leaks. There's a lot of leaks coming out of 49 Centennial lately, and it's just stupid. Like Lynch, that was dumb.
Yeah.
And then after that, now Jimmy G is like saying, I'm hurt. Maybe Jimmy G just sit this out for the rest of the year because of that. And I wouldn't blame him because you can't have a GM of all people, liking a comment like that and then be like, oh man, I just messed up. I didn't, you know. 'Cause I follow John Lynch on Twitter. He ain't never responded to none of my comments, bro. I wish he would. But I'm trying to say, man, you Mr. No Leak and you like to comment on your own handle, that you down bad. You lacking, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know too much of that. I heard about it. I kind of like I was like more focused on okay, who's gonna start, meaning today. I heard about the accidentally supposedly liked by John Lynch, and I heard Jimmy G briefly was talking about that during the presser, and he was saying that John Lynch had immediately called him, and I guess he apologized and said his piece, I guess, over the phone regarding uh that accidentally uh like of a tweet. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, honestly, I ain't really give it, that full attention like I gave okay the attention of Jimmy G, injury. That's what I was more concerned about because he's the leader of the team. So I'm like, you know what? I'm focused on who's going to play on the field. So I would just focus on that. I'm not really too educated about that John Lynch thing, and not to you, but I ain't really care about it, man. People, listen,
No, I get
people,
you.
like people have the right to like what they like, but I understand this is a business,
No,
and
it's different. Like, you can't leak how the organization is feeling about. You're not ever supposed to let everybody know the temperature. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
you're an important figure. Like if I do it or you do it on your Twitter handle, we're just another guy speaking, right? But you're a guy that means a lot more. You're a GM. You're a general manager. You can move and choose if Jimmy G's here or not the next day. So if you're a player, a guy that could choose if you have your job tomorrow, it's already said something about your performance like that, like leave this boy over here in Tennessee, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And we don't want nothing like that to leak. That's something that's counterproductive for us to go get wins. Jimmy was getting his wins. Whether how we feel about Lance or how we want Lance to be the guy, it's hypocritical to say you don't want leaks and you just caused one of the biggest leaks to almost sink a ship that's floating, and you just can't have that. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the Niners, they think they know what they want, but they don't really know what they want. Like Shanahan trying to downplay this whole thing and act like Jimmy G could start. I mean, we're like a soap opera, like, you know what I mean? And
You think that?
and really, it's not that thick. It's really not that thick because who did we think we were fooling? Houston Texans? You think Lovey Smith didn't prepare for Trey Lance the whole time? We didn't have to do all that. This is extra. We was being way too extra.
Yeah.
And this is real talk. It's being way too extra. We're not getting a schematic advantage by like telling them at the last minute Jimmy G's not playing. Like they knew Jimmy G wasn't playing.
You know what's so crazy? I was never caught up in that. I did not care. Yo,
Okay.
I went with the facts based on the injury.
Okay.
And I think it was Matt Miyoko. He had a brief interview with the doctor regarding the injury. You feel what I'm saying? And Matt Miyoko, and I'm paraphrasing, he was asking the doctor, like, would you like, would you start, Jimmy G? Or how do you feel about Jimmy G start? And the doctor was saying, I'm paraphrasing, that he couldn't see Jimmy G being a participant on the field with that kind of injury. And then I read it myself and regarding that, regarding the injury, and I'm like, yo, this injury is serious,
It's
yo.
serious.
You know what
A
I mean?
UCL tear.
Yeah. So I was never caught up. I didn't get, I ain't get distracted. I ain't get I wasn't sidetracked anything. I was more like, you know what? Trey Lance is gonna start. And I was saying if he don't start, Jimmy G is gonna play hurt. And I was thinking this: if Jimmy G start and he can't grip the ball and throw the ball, he's not playing. But this is how I knew he wasn't going to start. The man hasn't touched the ball, according to Matt Miyoko reported. He has not touched the ball since last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
He has not touched the ball. So you talking about last Thursday, then you got all this past week. Yeah, you went to practice, but you left because, probably many reasons. You haven't touched the ball since the game that you lost. Well, one of the reasons why we lost. You follow what I'm saying? So that goes to show the faithful, us and those that are watching. That goes to show the faithful, like, yo, you haven't touched the ball since Thursday, and you haven't practiced with your brothers on the field. Yo, you ain't starting Sunday. That's how I looked at it. You ain't starting Sunday. How? Because my thing is this. Okay, yeah, you may know the game plan by watching through like the meetings and stuff like that. But practicing with your hand that you're unable to do with your finger, yo, you ain't starting. So that's how I looked at it. I looked at it like, yo, Jimmy G ain't starting. That's why when I was on Twitter, and whoever that, support me and follow me, God bless y'all. I always say, Trey time. Not in a cocky way. You know what I'm
But
saying?
actually, so going forward, asking you and Ryan,
Yeah.
So what we saw from Trey Lance, we all agree was by and large a really good showing.
Yeah, man.
We have a big decision. We don't have a big decision. We don't make the decision, but going forward, and be honest with yourself. If you go back to Jimmy G, with knowing the playoff implications, and maybe we could run the table and go to the Super Bowl. We've been to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Or would you just go door to the unknown and stick with Trey Lance and what he could bring to the table?
Ryan, no, you got that,
Right.
Ryan. Do you think, bro?
What I think is if Jimmy G's finger is not healthy enough and he can't hold a ball, I don't want him touching the ball then. I want
No,
Trey
but
Lance. I want
I
Trey
want
Lance
to
to
say,
ball.
let's play devil's advocate and say it does get healthy enough for him to throw the ball.
Well, he better not injure inside of the Rams game. That's all I gotta say. Because if he does, guess what? He's gonna be gone right out of there. And I hope Kyle don't try to push him.
Okay, you know
But
what I
me, I'll stick with Trey because
Okay.
he needs more. He needs more reps.
Okay.
I,
Mhm.
I think what you're trying. I think how you trying to word it, Jizzle, and I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
putting your mouth, but I think how you trying to word it. I think what you're saying is if Jimmy G is willing to play throughout the injury, would we accept him to start next Sunday? And my answer to you and you, Ryan, no. Ryan, Trey Lance is starting next Sunday.
Okay. That's what I was trying to say. What I
Right.
wanted to say, the way I wanted to project it off is like, did Trey Lance, and he got off to a bumpy start, a rough start, did he do enough to hold off Jimmy G at say 80%, which I think is the best Jimmy G will get for the rest of this year. 80%. Because remember, my arbitrary number was 75%, which I thought we would be playing him if we chose to go him over Trey Lance for this game. The best he can get without surgery is probably 80%. And so, would you, and you guys already answered it for me. I I believe Trey Lance did enough to say, man, now we don't turn back because it's too much to risk. If you turn back now, it's a confidence indicator on him. He's like, man, I gave you guys all I could give you guys, and you guys still aren't confident enough in me. So I'm not confident enough in myself going forward. And it could carry into next year because it's like, man, y'all traded up all these picks for me, but you're not confident for me to. And I just showed you guys, I gave you guys my best. It took me a while to get going. And so I feel it's like a slippery slope. If we were to decide to go back to Jimmy G, that's a confidence indicator to Trey Lance. And he should take it as such that they don't see you as that guy yet. You know what I mean? And so I really believe there's no turning back, man. It's rearview mirror.
You know what I think, though, man? I was watching the game, seeing Trey after he threw the interception. Right, what I seen was unbelievable. They actually showed the bench with Jimmy talking with I think it was the quarterback's coach and Nate Suffield, but no Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's offside somewhere, he's doing whatever he's doing, listening to music or whatever. I'm not saying it's gonna piss me off. It just made me disgusting that you're not there to help your backup quarterback. You know,
You seen it too?
yeah.
Word is born. I was like, yo, hold your thought. I mean, cut you off. Yo, I seen it too, but I was like, yo, I said I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, why is he not talking to Trey? And I seen Sudfield talking to Trey more. However, I don't know. We don't know. We're going to assume, but that's what I seen too, bro. Continue on. I don't want to stop you for what you was thinking, but I seen the same damn thing. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Sorry, man. It's all good, man. It's all love here. You know that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Because anything I thought about, it was disgusting to me. It was. I know Jimmy might be losing his spot on his team because, like everybody says, he's not going to be here next year.
He's not going to be on
And
the books next year.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying. That's all. Just saying.
He's not going to be on the books next year.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it just disgusted me. That's all because he wasn't there to help. Give him pointers or whatever and try to help him. It's all good, bud. We're just going to the next one. But of course, Nate Suffield was there to probably to do that himself. That's why I like Nate Suffield because what he did with Trey Lance on that bench. to help him out and probably told him it's okay, bud. Move on next one. Don't worry about it. It's all good, dude. We're here for you. So, yeah, Mark.
Yeah, I seen that too. But it's different as us being faithful and fans to the point that when you see something on the field and also when we see something on the sidelines, a lot of thoughts can build up in your mind like, okay, they're talking, but these guys is over here, these guys is over here. You understand? And I understand, people has the right to talk to whoever they want to talk to. But I agree with you, man, Ryan. I've seen that too. And I was like, okay, all right. He's a rookie. He made a
Hey,
mistake. Interception. It was underthrown. You feel what I'm saying? However, but you don't panic. You don't panic when you make a mistake. He's a rookie. You follow what I'm saying? And it happens. The ball can sell on you. It can either sell on you or it can be underthrown. But people, we also got to remember this too. This is the NFL. Whether you on a good team or great team, you have good athletes that are playing on the field. There's 53 players on a roster. They're gonna put their best on each team. They're gonna put their best 11 on the field. So normally, what I do, um, when I say a good pass, I put good pass, better catch. Like I said, good pass from Lance, but better catch from Ayuk. You feel what I'm saying? Or let's just say our offense did a nice play. I'll be like, yo, nice play, but better defense. It happens, yo. You can't always assume that every play is going to be successful. It's designed to be successful. It's just that you got also other players on the defense. They can read plays. You feel what I'm saying? So with that said, if they read the play to the point that they can act on it faster and better, they can outperform you, even if your play was designed successful. I don't want to lose my brothers, but you understand what I'm saying?
Not all plays are going to be perfect. Put it that way.
Huh?
Not all plays are going to be perfect.
Well,
But,
well, well, the plays are going to be designed perfect. It's just
yeah,
that not every play is going to
execution.
outcome right, execute
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, yeah, it was a mistake. I have no problem. I have no problem with it. My thing is this: leaders lead by actions. And the reason why I'm saying that, going back to what I was saying earlier during the show, like when I was watching Trey Lance lead, he led with confidence, just like our brother Troy had mentioned earlier. He led with confidence. He seemed very at ease. And then you see the rhythm start picking up. Exactly, Troy. He looked very confident. He led with ease, and you could tell that his rhythm, you know, was evolving. You follow what I'm saying? So once I seen that, I'm like, yo, because my thing is this: with either team, with either side of the ball, whether it's offense or defense, when that rhythm start going, that's when that momentum start going. Yeah, that interception changed the momentum because they got the ball, and then they scored a touchdown. Yeah, okay, yeah, we see that. You know, however, the defense, they held up when the time was right. Yeah, they was on the field a little bit long because you could tell they got tired, and they designed a good play that they did against our defense. It was real good play because I think they knew, if you remember the play, I think they knew, I think it was a tight end. I think it was a tight end or a running back or a fullback. I can't remember, but please don't hold me to it. They designed a play for that player against Fred Warner. Did y'all see that? Fred Warner,
I did.
Yeah,
he couldn't stay with him.
They're
yeah,
trying to be one-on-one. They're trying to get him isolated and put the defender in
yep.
conflict.
I seen that.
He was too
I
quick
saw
for
that.
Fred Warner. He was too quick for him.
He's too
Usually,
convinced. He's too quick, and that's what you want to do as a play caller. Is you want to put a defender in conflict.
exactly.
Maybe it's a player that they're too quick. That's too quick for you, and you put that even Warner as good as coverage he is, or maybe if he's in zone, you put him in conflict by flooding his zone, and now he has to guard two guys, and you can only guard one realistically
Yeah,
for any indefinite amount of time.
yeah.
And going off what you just said too, like Trey Lance, so he threw the one big interception, and he would like to have that back,
Of
but
course.
we saw Jimmy G make so many interceptions that aren't even on the rookies level. And if you go back to even the Minnesota game, there were two. He did well in that game, but there were two drop interceptions by defensive backs that could have went the other way, and
Yes.
they were even being demonstrative about it. Like, man, I had that two hands on it, man. That's why maybe that's why they play defense. But
I think one
um,
of them been a pick six. I know you're
yeah, it
talking.
would have been a pick six. It would have been pick six. You know what
That
I'm
would have
talking
been
about.
beautiful. It would have been beautiful for Emery Timers. That would have been
Hey,
beautiful.
and then there would have been Pittsburgh's out for Jimmy G's head before the Tennessee game. So I look at it like, to me, I feel like we should have been made this move, and I know it's a hard move to make because the thing that keeps everybody loving Jimmy G is, and we're not going to get over this till he's gone off this team, is people think he took us to a Super Bowl. He didn't take us to a Super Bowl, uh, but he helped us get there. And
Thank you.
so,
You must have
He
read the
helped. He
word of
helped us. He
God.
helped us.
You know what? You know
thank
what
you.
it
He
is,
helped
too?
us.
You know what? I'm going to say this real briefly, and I won't cut you off. Please hold your
No,
thought.
you're good. No, I love it.
I just think, and I don't want to tell anybody what to do. I like to give advice. I just think that in general, people need to use words carefully because once you let it out, it's out. You follow
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So when you said that some people think um that Jimmy G is the
Hmm.
reason, no, he helped. Every individual player helps.
Hmm.
Whatever assignment and responsibility that they supposed to take care of, they're supposed to just do their job. Everybody has a job, but most importantly, the most important job is Jimmy G's job.
Yeah,
That's a fact. We all know that. You
we
feel
got
what
to
I'm-
give it that.
So when you said help, yes, Jimmy G helped. That's why some of us, and I'm included, I call him a game manager. He's a
Yeah,
game
he is.
manager. You know what I
And
mean?
going off that, honestly, and we all want Lance to succeed and everything, but going forward,
No.
his mo is going to be, and learning off of Jimmy G, he's going to be going forward and try to be a game manager too for the first couple of years. We're not going to put everything on him and like, hey man, throw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and if you can rush for one. It's not going to play out like that. You know what I mean? So, because what we've done is we built from the trenches out, and this is how you build a team. We
Yeah.
don't need a quarterback to come in here and save us. Sure, it'd be nice. And Aaron Rodgers' free agency is coming up. Sure, it'd be nice if we can, say, hey, Aaron Rodgers, I know you wanted to play here. You're a California kid like me, and come over here. We didn't draft you, but yeah, go ahead and get it done. But I really don't believe that we need a guy that's throwing 300 and 400 yards a game to outdo all the best elite quarterbacks because what we built is so true. Like we built the trenches, like we got before we got rid of DeForest Buckner, we got D4, we invested in that. We got Bosa, Trent Williams. Right now, if we just judge players off their merit, is the MVP this year in the whole league. The whole league, yes, bro. And so um, we don't need a quarterback to carry us. So what Trey did today was showing, hey man, I could be that game manager for y'all. Like I could do that even better because I have the hidden element of the run game. Jimmy G don't got that. And I play a lot of Madden, and I try to stick it with the Niners. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to pop my own shit, but like I'm really good at it. And but when everything breaks down, the thing is Jimmy G. You can't make those off script plays, and that's what you need to be able to do.
Yeah. Real quick, Ryan, can you pull up that comment that Troy just mentioned?
Yeah, I got half hour to say
Yeah, I know. I looked at the time.
Got you. That one right there.
Yeah, our brother Troy, he said, "Bro, we could have been,
Man, great minds think alike. That's my boy Troy out there spitting, man.
we could have
And big ups to Troy. And I
we,
hope he's back on the podcast soon because that's my boy. And
I got a
we're
word from him
we're
that
all in this thing with you,
he
Troy.
he's doing much better,
yeah,
and plus they're trying to work on his lungs right now.
yeah, yeah." So
That's the
let me
word right now.
read this. I know y'all read it. Let me just read this. He said, "Bro, we could have been watching this all season. Stubborn, bleak, Kyle." Now, and the reason why I asked you to put this up, I want to respect our brother's comment. I partially agree with my brother, and I partially understand. Okay, one, yes, when we picked Trey, no lie, my whole mind was like, yes, we're gonna trace, we're gonna start Trey Lance, and then eventually we start learning. Okay, they're gonna go with Jimmy G. Okay, now that's the first part. I agree with Troy. And the other part, I understand why Troy has said that toward regarding Kyle. I feel my boy Troy, and also the faithful that probably feel the same way as our brother Troy. I just think that this is just me, fellas. I just think that Kyle was put in a situation, bro, that he had to go with Jimmy G. I really,
Um,
I think that, bro. I really think that
I think he
Kyle.
put himself in that own situation. I think he so
I think he
because
was put.
let me explain. I'm sorry if I cut you off, but I wanted to say,
Yeah, bro.
okay, he put himself in this situation because he was like he wanted to like basically it's like having your girlfriend, but you wanted to keep the side piece too. And he was
Mhm.
like he wanted to let Jimmy G know, hey man, if you come back and you all the way fully invested, I'm gonna ride you all the way for this whole year. And after that, we could readdress it and talk later. But give me this whole year. It's like the guy that doesn't want to leave his wife. You have a nice little side piece on the thing on the side. You like, man, don't leave me before I can make the decision because the decision could benefit you for this whole time, And so he rolled that wave as well as the front office. If you listen to comments by Jay York, they're like, man, we're good if Trey Lance doesn't start for 2 years or whatever. Like, the guy that's signing the checks is saying it, and you got that guy behind you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you got all the juice as far as like being able to say, yes, my boy Troy knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So um, and if you really think about it, it's the most beneficial thing because you're not forcing your rookie to be put in action. You know what I mean? You could put him in slow play. You know what I mean? You could
That's
really
what he did.
slow play.
That's what he did, though, in certain plays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he also knew in the back of his mind, like all the real faithfuls and that's watching out there, and you guys know, Jimmy G wasn't gonna stay healthy the whole year, man. Come on, man. I got some offshore timeshares in Antarctica, if y'all was feeling some type of way like about that, he was gonna make it through this whole year and not
Don't
and
you think?
not.
Don't you? Don't you think they did not know or did not expect that? It was expected.
It was
Like,
expected.
of
That
course you
comes
don't.
with it, so you don't
Of
have to
course you
force
don't.
Trey
Of
Lance
course you
in.
don't want it. Of course you don't want it. But it
No,
is expected. You feel what I'm
so
saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. But check this out. Me and you, we had a discussion on Monday when we did the show. We was talking about that. Remember, we was talking about um you was why we just like what we talking about now about Jimmy G starting this season. And you were saying something. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm going to paraphrase what we were talking about on Monday. You were saying you brought up the situation. You brought up the question regarding Jimmy G starting this season, and you really didn't want him to start the season. And I went like this. I don't know if you remember. I went like
No,
this.
yeah, I
I
remember.
remember you talking about money, and I was saying money, and then you said no. I think it's the locker room, and I said yes. Is that
That's
too?
a big part. That's a definitely a big part.
And I think it's both. And that's what I was saying in regards to our brother Troy's comment when he mentioned about Kyle, not the first part. Because I agree with Troy 100%, and I agree with you 100%. I wanted Trey Lance to start this whole season. I
Right,
wanted that. However, we the faithful, we're gonna go with who our team go with.
right.
Along with that, all I was
Whoever's
saying,
rocking that jersey in that red and gold, I'm gonna support them with all I have.
no doubt. Only thing I was saying was is that, and I'm just saying for me, this is my peaceful pushback. I don't think, and I'm not saying you or Troy saying this. I don't think it was all on Kyle. Yes, Kyle is the head coach, but guess what? Kyle has a boss, and we don't know what's being discussed, in that office, whoever office, they talk. But what I'm saying is, I I think and believe that he was more pushed. And I'm not saying it's more about an owner, but I think he was more pushed, just like you said, Jizzle, from the locker room and also the money. But I kind of like put down the money because you remember when I said that, I don't know if y'all remember, Kyle and John Lynch on one of them was saying that they spoke to Jed York in regards to asking him, do he want to pay Jimmy G's salary this year? And I'm paraphrasing. Jed York was like, I don't mind. So that told me right there, because of this, he didn't mind Jimmy G starting. So in my mind, I was like, okay, Trey ain't gonna start. And then in my mind, I'm listening to different content from different places, and also ESPN, how certain opinions are saying, well, Trey Lance should start. No, Trey Lance should just wait for a year, learn within a year, and then after that, then start. So you always want to get different opinions. He should start or he should just wait out a year. You feel what I'm saying? So with that said, yeah, man, I agree with you both. I wanted him to start. I just don't think and believe that it was all or the majority on Kyle. I just
No,
think
I don't either, and I agree with you. I feel it's the organizational
that
approach from the beginning. And when you got the owner, the one that writes the check behind you, you got all the juice, so to speak. Big
yeah.
ups to Tupac on this movie, but like real talk, I really believe that they all came and said, "Hey, man, we have an approach how we're going to develop this rookie. We're investing all these resources and assets to this guy. Do we just throw him into the fire, or do we have a better approach since we're investing all these resources? Maybe that we have Jimmy already in place. Maybe we just I think it was already preset because I mean I put my when the Niners season's about to start, I put my head to the dirt and I listen to all the people I trust like that's really out there seeing everything. And all those people said looked like Trey Lance was outperforming Jimmy Garoppolo all through training camp.
Yeah.
So if this was a fair competition, uh, it wouldn't have been as cut and dry as far as Jimmy G just winning it with a landslide, right? But I think it was just an organizational approach where they were like, man, we got so many invested in this guy. We might just slow play this. It's like a poker hand. When
Right.
you see you got pocket aces, man, you could play aggressively, but you could slow play that pocket aces until taking more money out the pot from the other people. So I honestly believe that was the approach they were looking at, and they were just looking at it like, we chose the path of the most resistance, as far as like this guy didn't play his last year. He played one game, and if you look at it from that standpoint, man, like it's reckless to just throw him out there in a certain standpoint. If you have big goals, if you're not like the Bears or the Jaguars, we're different. We got goals. So I think they played it kind of perfectly. It wouldn't have been the ideal way because I honestly believe we could have did this with Trey Lance because of the team that we have around him.
You
It's
said
a
that.
different thing.
Said that
Yeah.
before. I remember. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you. Yeah. Yes, I know. However,
Yeah.
we got to deal with who we got, and we had Jimmy G. Now he's in a situation, and I hope he recovers from that injury quickly and healthy. Right now, it's Trey time. The prey of Trey has been let loose. And yo, I said earlier, my humble opinion, I gave him a B today. What grade would you give him based on his performance?
I'm
You
gonna
can
go
give
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a B plus, bro, because you gave him a B. I'm gonna give him a B plus because uh so I already said I prefaced it with this, like there was a hater that he calls himself a 49er fan, but I was like, bro, you already calling Trey Lance a bust before. I mean, it takes a couple years to call a guy a bust, man. Like,
Did he say that after that one start after the
no,
card?
he said it. He said it before. Well, he said it before this game. And he's like,
Oh,
we
well,
messed up by trading up for him. He has a whole lot to say about it, and I was like, man, um, if you really know football and you know the dynamics that go behind playing the quarterback position, there's the two hardest positions to play in all of sports. Two of them are in football: defensive back and quarterback. Cornerback and quarterback are the hardest positions to play in sports. So
yeah,
if you
yeah.
know that and you're ready to call guy a bust before he got 2 games in,
And you know
you
what's so
don't know
crazy?
football the way you
Yo,
know.
and you know-
Big ups to Madden. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
exactly. Rest in peace to John Madden. Yo,
But
you know what's so crazy that you said that? That is the truth. And and we said it earlier. Who's the most protected player on the field on offense is the quarterback.
quarterback. Yep.
And you just said it. The quarterback and the cornerback is the most important positions of the damn game. And for the cornerback, they don't show no love for the cornerback at all, yo.
Look at
At
Ambry
all.
Thomas. He's a rookie with 4.3 speed. He took a year off, and
Yo,
they're trying to get him out the league. They're throwing at him like they want him to be on the next bus out the league. And that's and then and using a baseball reference, it's a game of failure. How many elite quarterbacks are there in this world? 8, 5. One of them's a dinosaur. One of them's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cornerback, like you're only as good as your last play. Even Darrelle Revis, when he started losing a step, they started targeting him, and they say, "Hey, we got to get him out the league."
Yeah, yeah. They read him off.
We got to get you up out of here. We saw a little step on
Yeah.
film. They're watching you on film every day and looking for weaknesses. And as soon as they can find a chink in your armor, they're gonna chink at that till they reach flesh.
But the rules of the game don't even favor the cornerbacks at all, yo.
No,
And
they don't favor any defensive players.
I
They
know,
don't
but
favor.
especially the cornerbacks. I'm
No.
talking about. Being that you said that the two most important players on the team on the field, quarterback and the cornerbacks, the rules do not justify for the cornerbacks. And it's sad. However, just like what you said, it is what it is. And again, the owners, they're going to protect their investment. Being that we said that, did you not see that damn play that they called a penalty on Arden Key?
Oh, that was dog water, bro.
Yo,
Again,
yo,
Arden Key gets job. Like, man, if I was his agent, I'd be like, man, we're not signing for nothing less than 6 sacks and a couple more plays that's on his you know what I mean? Because I honestly, and I'm not trying to be a homer, I can't even look around the league and think of a guy that's got robbed out of stats for his next contract. He's a free agent after this year, and I pray that the Niners uh uh allocate the resources to keep this guy. But I can't think of a guy that's just dog water, man. I can't.
yo, you can tell he was getting blocked
Mm-hmm.
to the point. I think he got a little loose to the point he was falling. But when he was falling toward the quarterback's feet. But they made it seem like it was they made it seem that it was a intentional tackle to his feet. And I understand you're not supposed to tackle the quarterback, below the legs. But yo, look at the play before you even call
The
it.
thing that makes it so bad is he's a big redemption story, and I'm glad it's happened with us. But it's like, man, what are we doing here, refs? The refing's been, and I'm not even saying this just Niner games. It's just because I'm a football fan. I watch other games. Refing's been subpar, man. Like,
Let me ask you, what I don't know. I'm just asking. Would they consider that a fine? Like tap?
no, because they're gonna review the film before they address any fines. Just like,
No, but I was saying before they look at it, like would they consider?
oh, it's considered a fine right now, but they're gonna review the film and be like, man, we got him again. We got this guy again. We just, it's sad. This guy is just playing his heart out. Like he's leaving everything on the field. He put his heart on his sleeve, delivered everything on out there, and he's picking up penalties for the team when he's doing everything right. And that wears on a guy that's really doing his thing. And I just feel like, I mean, there has to be some kind of retribution for the player when you admit that you made a bad call.
Yeah.
You should give something back to that player. You can't maybe give them the win back if it costs a win.
We said that Monday. We said that Monday. I think you were saying.
Yeah.
And I was saying in that case, they should give him that sack back against Tennessee. Because he was supposed to have 2 sacks instead of that 1. But I agree with you. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
It means admitting wrongdoing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like that fine that they had fined the players wearing the shirts of Kyle Shanahan.
Oh my God, the no fun league strikes again. What are we doing?
You know what? A very nice lady, nice lady named Donna that I conversed with on Twitter, and I'm going to paraphrase. She was saying how like it's up, and she was pretty much saying, why did the NFL fine them? And not responded to her her comment. I was letting her know this is the NFL. If the NFL is not making money off the manufacturer that made those shirts, they're gonna fine those athletes for wearing them shirts. If it wasn't if they're not in business with that manufacturer of those shirts that our players wore in love and respect for their head coach. I mean, it's bogus to me, but I understand. You feel what I'm saying? And I remember, somebody, you all right, bro?
I'm good.
All right. I
I'm
remember,
about to say, are you okay, Jizzle?
yeah, I remember somebody had said something about Aaron Rodgers wearing some Brett Favre socks. And I think they were saying, well, did Aaron Rodgers get fined for wearing socks of Brett Favre, on his feet? I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if I'm accurate, faithful. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But did you hear me, Jizzle?
Yes, I heard you.
Did you
But
hear
here's the
about that?
thing.
Is that true that Aaron Rodgers was wearing some Brett Favre socks?
Yeah, I heard that he was, and they do fine you if you're not you're compliant to how they do it. I figure that they pick and choose, like, because if we go back to Frank Gore, that boy never wore thigh pads, and yes, go back and look at Frank Gore. He never wore thigh pads. He wanted that extra agility. He
Yeah,
never wore them, and he would wear low socks. He violated the uniform rules his whole time, but he just, I don't know, they pick and choose who
yeah.
they, yeah. Frank Gore never wore thigh pads, which is a
Yo,
strange thing
I never
for
knew
his
that.
longevity as a running back. You're
Yeah,
taking a lot of hits there, but he wanted that extra uh, flexibility.
yeah,
And one thing I think of that he needed it for is when you're he didn't have choppy feet. He had choppy feet in the sense that when he crept through the hall, he knew how to make himself a small target, and he needed that flexibility. And maybe that's what he knew, you know, And so I just feel it's like bogus, though. You know what I mean? Like I
exactly.
was about to make a different story out of that because Ayuk was the only one not wearing the Kyle Shanahan shirt, and I was about to be like, okay, he was in the doghouse, so he ain't really rocking with Kyle
Yeah,
Shanahan like that.
but
But
yeah,
now let me finish the one last thing.
yeah, do you
So,
think, bro?
but maybe he just didn't want to get fined, and he knew that was, you know what I mean?
It could be a lot of reasons. It could be a lot of
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah, I mean, it could be. And you know what? I mean, I understand the topic, and you know what I mean. It's a good topic for discussion. But I mean, he could probably be like, I ain't want to, or maybe he just didn't get a shirt. You never know.
No, he took the pictures with him, so he could have had the shirt. He could.
I know, but what I'm saying is maybe he didn't want to wear it. But check this out real quick, because I know Ryan got to go in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yo, they were saying somebody said something on Twitter. It was funny to me. No, not on Twitter. Pardon me. Someone said something on ESPN. No, NFL Live. Pardon me.
Okay.
That, and I know the person name, but I'm not gonna say his name. He was saying, that's the key word. It was he. It wasn't a she. He was saying, well, if I was them, I would send that fine to Kyle Shanahan. And I'm saying to myself, why? Like
You're
they
supposed to do a tribute to him. Why would you
right,
find him?
exactly. And then when I heard the guy say, well, if I was fine, I would give that fine to Kyle Shanahan. And I'm saying to myself, in my mind, I'm sitting in my living room chilling with my dogs. I'm like, yo, what if Kyle would be like, yo, I'll take that fine. Kyle got money. He probably don't got money like his players, but Kyle got money. Now, what if Kyle take that? Will we
But here's
hear?
the thing, though. If
You
you
feel
do a
what,
tribute
I'm
for
saying?
me,
You feel what I'm saying? Like, what if Kyle
I
wasn't?
do. But if you did a tribute for me, like, and then you get fined, now I got to pay the fine. What is the point of you doing a tribute to me? I could do without the tribute.
I feel you. I feel you. But my peaceful pushback was it seemed like he was saying, yo, like that was nice what they did for the coach, but he was saying like if it was me and I got fined, I would get that fine to the coach. And then my pushback was like, well, damn, you making it seem like Kyle don't got no money. Kyle could have been like, listen, I'll take that fine. You feel what I'm
We
saying?
don't know who's paying the fine. The fine is minimal. It's $4,000. I could pay that fine.
That's my point. That's my point, Jizzle. I'm not.
Okay.
It just seemed like the brother that made that statement was like, Kyle forced him to wear the damn shirts. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
Right.
they did that because they wanted to. And then my pushback was, well, like, damn, you're making it seem like Kyle don't got no money. He could just pay that off. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to say, because when I heard that this morning, I was like, come on, bro. Kyle got money. He could pay that off. And how will
Hey,
we
big up. Troy just showed us that Green Bay is killing the Vikings, so we don't have to worry about them. It's us in New Orleans, pretty much. We
Yo,
control our destiny.
let me do this. I want to God bless all my brothers on the panel. God bless everybody that's watching the show. God bless. Troy, we love you. We hope you have a speedy recovery and healthy recovery. God bless you. Stay optimistic. Like I always tell you when we tweet each other, keep evolving. You know, God knows best. Keep praying. Shout out to Lawrence, my brother out there in Las Vegas. We love you, bro. I just want to do my trivia question before we piece it out. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, before I go to you, before you even put your finger up, Jizzle,
I'm not.
I'm going to Ryan first.
I'll let Ryan go
if Ryan don't got it, then I go to you. All right?
Okay.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Check it out. In 2006, Frank Gore rushed for 1,695 yards, breaking the Niners' single season record set by what former University of Georgia running back in 1998?
Yeah, sure is. I don't know who went to Georgia. The only thing that pop my head is probably Garrison Hurst. That's the only thing that pops in my head. I know I'm wrong, but
what you got, Jizzle?
good. He probably knows it. So
I would have to go with Garrison Hurst as a playoff.
oh shit, really? Damn.
Y'all both
We're both gonna be wrong.
Y'all both going with Garrison Hurst?
Yeah.
Guess what?
We're both wrong.
You're right.
Oh my god!
I ain't lost one.
Shit.
No, Garrison Hurst was nice.
He was fucking nice, bruh.
It was nice.
Jizzle.
Man, fist bump off that for sure, man.
I got it right. See, you got one right, Ryan.
Anything popped my head was Garrison Hurst because of that one run he did. That one run he did, a long one.
I mean, if he didn't twist his ankle that one year, who knows, man? We had the best team, and we would have played them Dirty Birds. And speaking on that real quick, they were doing the Dirty Bird little dance, man. We didn't even know who y'all was, you know? And
Dirty Bird dance. Yo, you remember when T.O. had did that?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. That's why I love T.O., man. From the dance, from the thing on the star, and to that, T.O. is my guy. That's my I can't say he's my favorite receiver, but him and Jerry have a special place in my heart. My favorite quarterback is Steve Young.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But in respect to our brother Ryan's time, I know he gotta get some affairs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
No problem, man. No problem at all, guys. You know I love this show and I love you guys. Troy, I know you're watching. Get healthier and get stronger, like I always say to you. All right, man. We're waiting for you. Don't worry. Your seat is still open. Don't worry. Nobody taking it.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes, so my final thoughts real quick is we got the win, thank God. And now we're on the Rams. But I'm sure we're gonna talk more about it.
Yeah,
but
the
lambs. But we'll talk more about it though. Yeah, no doubt. We'll talk on messages and see who we're gonna do it tomorrow night or not. So we'll talk about that though.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out y'all show that y'all did earlier today.
Cool.
Up later.
Gotcha.
Right? But yo, Jizzle, God bless. Ryan, God bless.
bless.
To the
All
fifth.
right, my faithfuls.
Rich and Owens, Rice and Owens, then one and two greatest wide receivers.
Hey, Troy be spitting.
Back.
Troy spits facts.
Yo, don't forget about John Teller. We love
John
you.
Taylor. Don't forget John Taylor, Troy.
He'll be third. He'll be third.
Yeah, man. You know, can't forget about John Teller. Respect. But yeah, man. God bless, man.
Yep.
Bless you guys.
All right, there, guys. We'll see you on your inside later, guys.
All right. Happy New Year's and everything.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah.
Later.